Good day. I'm Nishad from IM Trichy Section E, and today I'll be speaking on the topic India's state capacity problem. India does not lack policies, India lacks the ability to deliver them effectively. Every year, government announce ambitious schemes, allocate large budgets, and set bold targets. On paper, everything looks strong, but reality is something different. There is a gap between intent and the outcome, which is what we call the state capacity problem. State capacity simply means the ability of the government to implement policies, deliver public services, and enforce rules. It is not what is written in policy documents, it is about what actually reaches the people in real life. This problem becomes clear when we look at different sectors. Take welfare schemes for example. India runs some of the largest welfare programs in the world, from food distribution to rural employment. Yet, issues like leakages, delays, exclusion errors continue to exist. Many beneficiaries do not receive what they are entitled to or receive it late. Now, consider education. Government schools are present across this country, but learning outcomes remain low. Factors like teacher absenteeism, lack of monitoring, and weak accountability reduce the effectiveness of the system. Similarly, in infrastructure, projects are often announced quickly, but execution is very slow. Delays, cost overruns, and inefficiencies are common concerns. The problem is not the lack of intent or funding, but the inability to execute efficiently. So, the core issue is simple. India is relatively strong at designing policies, but much weaker at implementing them effectively. There are several reasons behind this. First, the bureaucracy is often overburdened. Limited number of officials are responsible for managing very large populations, which leads to inefficiency and delays. Second, accountability mechanisms are weak. Performance is not always measured properly, and there are limited consequences for poor delivery. Third, administrative processes are complex. Multiple layers of approvals and excessive paperwork slows down decision making and execution. Fourth, there is a mismatch between policy design and implementation capacity. Policies are often designed at the central level, but execution is at the local level, where resources and capabilities may be limited. So, this issue has serious economic implications. When policies are not implemented effectively, government spending becomes less productive, development outcomes weaken, and public trust declines. It also discourages private investment because businesses depend on reliable systems and enforcement. Even well designed policies cannot succeed without strong execution. To address this, several steps are needed. Digital governance can play a major role. Systems like direct benefit transfer help reduce leakages and ensure that the benefits reach the intended participants. Decentralization is also important. Empowering local governments can improve last mile delivery and make implementation more responsive to local needs. There must also be a stronger focus on performance and outcomes rather than just expenditure. Measuring results is critical to improving accountability. Finally, administrative reforms are necessary. Simplifying processes and reducing bureaucratic overload can significantly improve efficiency. In conclusion, India's challenge is not policy design, it is a policy delivery. Real development is not defined by the announcements or budgets, but by what actually reaches the people on the ground. Thank you.